The store gleams with elegance. Glass cases hold expensive jewelry. Designer bags sit on polished shelves. Soft music plays in the background. Shoppers move gracefully, admiring luxury items. Near the entrance, a saleswoman named Linda stands with perfect posture. She wears a crisp uniform, her blonde hair in a neat bun. She scans the store, watching customers carefully. She smiles at some, offering assistance. But others, she barely acknowledges them. The door swings open. A young black woman steps inside. Her name is Maya. She looks around with interest, taking in the luxurious displays. Linda notices her immediately. Her expression tightens. Maya wears simple jeans and a fitted sweater. Her sneakers are spotless but not designer. She carries a small purse over her shoulder. Linda's eyes flicker with judgment. She assumes Maya doesn't belong here. Her smile fades. Maya doesn't notice. She walks deeper into the store, admiring the handbags. Her fingers brush against a leather purse, feeling the smooth texture. Linda steps forward. She stops just a few feet away. Her voice is polite, but her tone is cold. "May I help you?" Maya looks up and smiles. "Just browsing, thank you." Linda hesitates. She studies Maya from head to toe. Then she folds her arms. "Those are very expensive." Maya raises an eyebrow. "I know." Linda forces a smile. She doesn't move. She doesn't offer help. Instead, she simply waits, hoping Maya will take the hint and leave. Maya, however, doesn't plan on going anywhere. Maya keeps her smile. She picks up the handbag again, turning it in her hands. The leather is soft, the stitching is perfect. Linda watches with a stiff expression. She clears her throat. "That's one of our most exclusive pieces," she says. "It's not something we usually bring out for casual shoppers." Maya glances at her. "Oh, what makes it special?" Linda tilts her head. "It's handcrafted in Italy, limited edition, costs more than most people make in a month." She says it slowly, as if speaking to a child. Maya nods, still holding the bag. "Sounds nice. How much is it?" Linda's smile tightens. "It's over $10,000. She watches for Maya's reaction, waiting for her to look shocked. Waiting for her to admit, it's too much. But Maya doesn't flinch. She runs her fingers along the zipper, still admiring the bag. "That's a fair price," she says. Linda blinks. Her fingers twitch against her folded arms. She isn't sure what to say next. This isn't how it usually goes. Normally, customers like Maya back away, embarrassed. They mumble something and leave. But Maya doesn't look embarrassed, she looks interested. Linda clears her throat again. "If you're serious about purchasing, I'd need to see a payment method first." Maya frowns. "Excuse me?" Linda forces another smile. "It's just policy. We don't want to waste time showing products to people who..." She stops herself. Maya's expression hardens. "People who what?" Linda shifts uncomfortably. She glances around as if searching for an escape. This is a high-end store," she finally says. "We have to be careful about who we serve." Maya sets the bag down. She studies Linda for a long moment. "I see." Her voice is calm, but her eyes are sharp. Linda sighs, relieved. She thinks Maya will walk away now. She thinks this conversation is over. But it's not. Maya isn't done yet. Maya stays calm. She looks at Linda, then at the expensive handbag on the counter. The store is quiet, but a few nearby customers glance over. They've noticed the tension. Maya takes a slow breath. "I'd still like to see the bag up close." Linda's smile tightens. "Like I said, it's not available right now." Maya tilts her head. "Not available? I'm holding it." Linda hesitates. She wasn't expecting Maya to push back. A woman in a designer coat walks into the store. She's white, dressed in high-end fashion from head to toe. She doesn't hesitate as she approaches the handbags. "Excuse me," she says. "Do you have the new designer tote in stock?" Linda turns to her instantly, her whole demeanor changing. "Of course, ma'am," she says brightly. "Let me grab it for you." Maya watches as Linda hurries to the back. The contrast is obvious. Linda didn't hesitate to help this woman. She didn't question her. She didn't demand proof of payment. Maya crosses her arms. She waits. A few moments later, Linda returns with a beautiful leather tote. She presents it with a warm smile. "This just arrived. It's one of our finest pieces." The customer beams. "It's perfect. What's the price?" $12,000, Linda says. The woman doesn't react. She nods and pulls out a platinum credit card. "I'll take it." Linda takes the card, her smile never fading. Maya clears her throat. "I thought expensive items weren't available right now." Linda freezes. The other customer glances between them, sensing something is wrong. Maya steps forward. Because when I asked to see a bag, you refused, but the moment she asked, you ran to get it. Linda looks flustered. That's different. Maya raises an eyebrow. How? Linda's mouth opens, but no words come out. The air feels heavy. Customers nearby are watching closely now. Even the woman buying the tote looks uncomfortable. Maya keeps her voice even. Do you treat all your black customers like this? A hush falls over the store. Linda's face turns pale. The manager suddenly appears, sensing the tension. Is there a problem here? He asks. Maya looks at him, her expression unreadable. Yes, she says, there is. The store manager, a tall man in a tailored suit, looks between Maya and Linda. His expression is neutral, but his tone is impatient. What seems to be the issue? He asks again. Linda speaks before Maya can. She's causing a disturbance, Linda says quickly. I was just explaining our policies, but she keeps insisting on seeing products that aren't available to her. Maya narrows her eyes. Not available to me? Or just not available to people like me? Linda stiffens. I never said that. Maya folds her arms. You didn't have to. The manager sighs, already looking annoyed. Miss, our employees are trained to assist serious customers. If my sales associate felt that you weren't a potential buyer, then, and what made her assume I wasn't a potential buyer? Maya interrupts. She didn't ask about my budget. She didn't even ask what I was looking for. She just decided, the moment I walked in, that I couldn't afford anything here. A few customers nearby shift uncomfortably. Some pretend not to listen, but their eyes linger on the scene. The manager rubs his temples. Look, I don't want to turn this into something bigger than it needs to be. Maybe this store just isn't the right fit for you. Maya's expression stays calm, but her fingers curl slightly. Is that your final decision? She asks. The manager nods. Yes. If you're not here to make a purchase, I'll have to ask you to leave. Linda smirks slightly, satisfied. Maya looks at both of them, then takes a step back. She nods slowly. Understood. She turns and walks toward the exit. Linda watches her go, feeling victorious. The manager sighs and shakes his head, already moving on to other matters. The situation is over. At least, that's what they think. But Maya has no intention of letting this go. She's not done yet. A few days later, the store is busy again. Shoppers move through the aisles, admiring expensive items. The usual soft music plays in the background. Linda stands behind the counter, chatting with a coworker. She looks relaxed, completely forgetting about Maya. Then, the door opens. A woman walks in, dressed in a sleek designer suit. Her heels click against the polished floor. Her hair is styled perfectly, her jewelry subtle but expensive. She carries herself with confidence, her expression unreadable. Linda glances over and barely reacts, until she takes a second look. Her breath catches. It's Maya, but she looks different. Gone are the jeans and casual sweater. Now she looks like the type of customer Linda usually rushes to serve. Linda's heart pounds. She suddenly feels nervous but quickly shakes it off. She forces a smile, trying to recover. Welcome back, she says. How can I help you today? Maya doesn't respond. She doesn't even glance at Linda. Instead, she walks past her, heading straight toward the manager's office. Linda watches, confused. What is she doing? A minute later, the manager steps out. His expression is tense, his usual confidence gone. Linda frowns. Something is wrong. The manager looks around, spots Linda, and gestures for her to come over. She hesitates, then obeys. As she gets closer, she notices something strange. He looks nervous. Very nervous. He leans in and whispers something to her. Linda's face turns pale. She jerks her head toward Maya, her eyes wide. You're joking. The manager shakes his head. I'm not. Linda swallows hard. Her hands feel clammy. She turns to Maya, finally understanding. Maya looks at her, tilting her head slightly. Then she smiles. It's not a cruel smile, it's calm, controlled. Surprised to see me? She asks. Linda opens her mouth, but no words come out. The store suddenly feels too quiet. Employees and customers glance over, sensing something big is happening. The manager clears his throat, his voice careful. Everyone, I'd like you to meet Maya, the new owner of this store. Silence. Linda's stomach drops. The words hit her like a slap. She stares at Maya, unable to process what she just heard. The same woman she had humiliated days ago now owns the entire store. Maya watches her reaction, her expression unreadable. She doesn't need to say much. The shift in power is clear. Linda feels her knees weaken. She tries to speak, but nothing comes out. For the first time, she is the one at a disadvantage. And Maya isn't done yet. Linda's mouth opens, but no words come out. She looks at the manager, hoping for some kind of explanation. Hoping this is some kind of mistake. But the look on his face tells her it's real. Maya owns the store. The same woman Linda had belittled. The same woman she had dismissed. And now, Maya is in charge. Linda forces a smile, trying to regain control. I didn't realize. Maya lifts a hand, cutting her off. No need to explain. I remember exactly how you treated me. Linda's face burns. She looks around, noticing the other employees staring. Even customers have stopped browsing, pretending not to listen. The air is thick with tension. The manager clears his throat. Maya recently acquired the store through a business deal. She's now our official owner. Maya nods. That's right. And as the owner, I have a few things to address. Linda's stomach twists. She already knows where this is going. She straightens, trying to look professional. Maya, I mean Miss Carter, I was just doing my job. I didn't mean to. Maya holds up a finger. Let me stop you there. Linda swallows hard. Maya's voice stays calm, but her words are sharp. When I walked into this store a few days ago, you judged me immediately. You didn't ask if I needed help. You didn't treat me like a valued customer. You treated me like an inconvenience. Linda shakes her head quickly. That's not true. Maya tilts her head. Really? Then tell me, why did you refuse to show me the handbag? But the moment another customer asked, you brought it out without hesitation. Linda stammers. I wasn't thinking. Maya raises an eyebrow. No, you were thinking exactly what you always think. You assumed I didn't belong here. Linda's face is bright red. She has never felt this kind of humiliation before. The store is dead silent. Everyone is waiting to see what happens next. The power dynamic has completely shifted. Linda, who once held control, is now powerless. And Maya isn't done yet. Maya keeps her eyes on Linda. The store is silent. Employees and customers are watching, waiting to see what happens next. Linda shifts on her feet, forcing a nervous smile. Miss Carter, I truly didn't mean any harm. If I could just explain. Maya holds up a hand. I don't need an explanation. I need accountability. Linda swallows hard. She glances at the manager, hoping for support. But his face is unreadable. Maya sighs. I could easily let this slide. I could give you another chance. But let me ask you something, Linda. She steps closer, her voice even. If I had never come back, would you have changed? Or would you have treated the next person who looked like me the same way? Linda's lips part, but she doesn't answer. She can't. That silence is all Maya needs to hear. She turns to the manager. I won't allow employees who treat customers with bias. You know what to do. The manager nods. Linda, your employment is terminated, effective immediately. Linda gasps. Wait, please, I need this job. Maya meets her gaze. And I needed respect. Linda's shoulders slump. She looks around, but no one defends her. Maya straightens her suit and turns away. She has nothing left to say. She walks out, leaving Linda behind, speechless, powerless, and with no one to blame but herself. The store belongs to Maya now, and change has arrived.